Alright, hello citizens of the Nigelverse. It is Nigel here once again, and this is going to be a review of the 2023 Royal Rumble event from last night. This year I'm going to try to review every pay-per-view event. Uh, Probably not just for WWE, but I might also do for like AEW and possibly Impact. I'm not sure, but I know definitely for WWE, I'll be reviewing every pay per view event, starting with the Royal Rumble here, beginning the road to WrestleMania. So, as always, I'm not professional wrestling reviewer or analyst, just a man who enjoys a good time. And for the most part, I had a pretty good time watching this event. A lot of my predictions ended up coming true. In fact, I think all of them ended up coming true, but excuse me, but without further ado, let's get right into it. So, starting with the first match, they actually started off with the men's Royal Rumble match, which was interesting. Normally, with the exception of 2018, they usually start hard off with the women's Rumble match and then the men's towards the end. Which this time around, I'm not mad at. I don't mind the fact that we had the Royal Rumble match, the men's Royal Rumble match start off this year, but it's just a bit interesting. But you know what's even more interesting than that? Pat McAfee is back. Thank God. Pat McAfee, I missed you so much. And his commentary throughout the night, he has not missed a beat. But so numbers 1 and 2, and I got the entry order here. Number 1 was Gunther, the Intercontinental Champion, and props to Gunther. He set the new record for the longest time spent in the Royal Rumble match, with an hour, 11 minutes, and 40 seconds, beating Rey Mysterio's previous record of an hour and 2 minutes. And then number 2 was Sheamus, which was a really smart way to start off because these two had arguably one of the best matches of last year or for the Intercontinental Championship at Clash of the Champions, and they're starting off here. Oh, by the way, this isn't going to be like other match reviews where it's just a single match. This, I'm going to go match by match, talk about what I liked and disliked about each. Number 3 was The Miz. Number 4 was Kofi Kingston. Number 5 was Johnny Gargano. Number 6 was Xavier Woods. Now, because I was still at work, don't tell my manager about this, but because I was still at work, I had to listen to it with my headphones and everything, so I could still hear the action and stuff like that. And I wasn't able to see what was going on, but I was able to hear what was going on. Number 7 was Karrion Kross. Number 8 was Chad Gable. Number 9 was Drew McIntyre. Number 10, Santos Escobar. Number 11, Angelo Dawkins. Number 12, Brock Lesnar. Number 13, Bobby Lashley. Number 14, Baron Corbin. I'm just going down the list for now. Number 15 was Seth freaking Rollins. Number 16 was Otis. Number 17, Rey Mysterio, who it didn't come out. He was attacked by number 18, Dominic Mysterio, his own son. And number 19 was Elias. Number 20 was Finn Balor. Number 21, Booker T. He making a surprise appearance. Number 22, Damian Priest. Number 23, Montez Ford. Number 24 is Edge, making his return as well. Oh, we hadn't seen him since Extreme Rules. Number 25, Austin Theory. Number 26, the Nigerian Giant Omos. Number 27, the Monster of Monsters, Braun Strowman. Number 28, Ricochet. We'll get to Ricochet in a second. Number 29, Logan Paul, making his return for the first time since Crown Jewel. And number 30, the eventual winner of it, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes, whose return was spoiled earlier in the week. Now they said they spoiled Cody Rhodes' return because they were confident with the other surprises they had, but I don't know. I feel like it's kind of lacking in terms of like surprise appearances. You don't want too many, like I think it was the 2015 Rumble, which had way too many surprise appearances, but you want a few more than this. I I was expecting some people like Chris Masters. He was teasing how he was going to be there. He said he wasn't contacted, and I guess he was telling the truth. I expected I thought like JTG. I think JTG also alluded to him potentially being in there. I think Leo Rush also alluded to it, but those ones didn't really come to fruition. But Cody Rhodes going on to win, coming from number 30. People said they wanted him and Seth Rollins to start off 1 and 2, which, my goodness, hasn't Cody Rhodes been through enough? He literally tore his pectoral muscle, and nice little tongue-in-cheek little wink wink nudge nudge thing Cody did, where he took off the jacket slowly like he did at Hell in a Cell, but this time I'm no large brute who's in the pectoral region. This time around, his time around, just Cody in the match, and Logan Paul and Ricochet with that spot they did, looking like something out of the Matrix. It was pretty cool. Kofi apparently botched again, and he was supposed to like land in the chair and not be eliminated, but sadly that didn't really pan out that well. Oh wow, 2 years in a row where Kofi kind of sadly he's slipping a little bit. Some of these did surprise me. Like Brock Lesnar only lasting about 2 minutes in the match was kind of surprising, and Baron Corbin lasting 7 seconds. And but it surprised me. Brock Lesnar really did not last long. Montez Ford didn't last long. It only lasted 44 seconds. Omos only 2 minutes. Some of these really didn't last long, which is kind of disappointing, honestly. Yeah, I wish they would have lasted a little more. A lot of these people didn't even get eliminations, like Miz, Kofi, Gargano, Woods, Cross, Gable, all didn't get any eliminations, and a lot of them were pretty much like Brock Lesnar food. It looks like Brock Lesnar eliminated Chad Gable, Santos Escobar, Angelo Dawkins, and before being eliminated by Bobby Lashley, which honestly, how he eliminated Santos was kind of funny, but yeah. So the Rumble match this year, the men's one was okay. I wish there was a few more surprises. It was better than last year. I'll give it that. But Cody Rhodes picking up the win in the Rumble match, big emotional moment, and Cody Rhodes coming back from this massive injury, finally on the road to fulfilling why he's here, at least in storyline, and possibly also in real life, why he's here in the first place, to bring world title distinction to the Rhodes family name, and looks like he's going to do just that, starting with the win in the Rumble match. There was a couple times where he battled Gunther, which props with Gunther, or being the making it from number 1 all the way to the end, and they mentioned this the first time, that numbers 1 and 30 were the last 2 in the match. Someone please verify that for me in the comments, but Gunther, or going the distance, Cody Rhodes was battling Gunther to survive. All really, really solid stuff. And Sheamus has lasted 52 minutes and 33 seconds as well, so very, very good performances from both those guys. But yeah, so Cody Rhodes, congratulations Cody Rhodes for winning the Royal Rumble match. But the next matchup was the Mountain Dew Pitch Black match between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. This match was interesting. This was a very interesting match. It was less of a match and more of like a spectacle, I feel like. Some people said, the match sucks. The thing is, like this wasn't supposed to be like a traditional type of match. If you were looking for a traditional type of match, then you weren't gonna find it here. But so both these men fought, no disqualification rules, pretty much like a lights out match, but with the black light and everything. Pat McAfee making a funny / gross joke at that. At Bray with like the glow in the dark paint, I thought was kind of cool, and like that nightmarish looks. Just adding more dimensions to Bray Wyatt's character. Bray always goes the extra distance to add dimensions to the character. LA Knight got like little to no offense in the match. He did have the kendo stick, but but Bray got most of the offense in the match. And LA Knight did have like the table spot and everything, but um, didn't really. What was that yellow stuff that they had as well? Like, hey, that was kind of weird. But Bray, hey, taking out LA Knight. Hey, and then afterwards, Bray putting on weird mask, going after her Knight with the kendo stick, trying to fight off Bray. Hey, Bray puts on the mandible claw near like explosion pad. Then Uncle Howdy appears, does a big old elbow drop right through the heart of LA Knight and the heart that was right next to him because he kind of missed LA Knight, but still. Well, and then the Firefly Funhouse characters appearing over Bray. So it was kind of weird. The match itself was probably like but as a spectacle, oh wow, that was interesting. It was quite a lot, and that's what I think Bray is excellent at, is trying to weave the story. Trying to tell so much of the story throughout everything he does. But yeah, so looks like the feud might be done for now between Bray Wyatt and LA Knight. Time will tell. But next up was Bianca Belair taking on Alexa Bliss. For the Raw Women's Championship, Bianca Belair defeating Alexa Bliss. It's pretty okay a match. Nothing too spectacular, but it was a pretty decent match. But the main thing is Uncle Howdy then talking with Alexa, asking, "Are you really in control?" Or asking Alexa Bliss if she's really in control. Also, now we see how Alexa Bliss will tie into this Uncle Howdy story, and I love how when it comes to Bray, all these stories are going on around him at once. It definitely adds that intrigue when it comes to Bray Wyatt and storytelling and everything. Apologies. Like I said, Bray Wyatt, a fantastic storyteller. Then next was the women's Royal Rumble match, which meant, oh yeah, at the end something big is gonna happen. At the end with the double championships main eventing, which normally I prefer the Royal Rumble match, either one of the Royal Rumble matches to main event, but considering what happened in the main events, I'll let it slide. We'll get to that though. But the first one in, numbers 1 and 2 were Rhea Ripley and Liv Morgan. And then number 3 was Dana Brooke. Number 4 was Emma. Number 5 was Shayna Baszler. Number 6 was Bayley. Number 7 was B-Fab. Number 8 was Roxanne Perez, the NXT Women's Champion. And number 9 was Dakota Kai. Number 10 was Io Sky. Number 11 was Natalya. Number 12 was Candice LeRae. Number 13 was Zoe Stark, also from NXT. Number 14 was Xia Li. Number 15 was Becky Lynch. Number 16 was Tegan Nox. Number 17 was Asuka. Number 18, Doudrop No More, Piper Niven is back. And they did make allusions to the Doudrop name, but thankfully she's called Piper Niven again. Thank God. Number 19, Tamina. Number 20, the returning Chelsea Green, who lasted about 5 seconds. Oh, joy. Number 21, Selena Vega with her awesome jury costume, whom she's going to be one of the commentators for Street Fighter 6. And I know she's a very, very big fan of Street Fighter. She even, I believe it was the 2019 Women's Royal Rumble where she dressed up as Vega, which makes sense, Vega, Zelina Vega, but pretty cool jury costume. Number 22, Raquel Rodriguez, not Gonzalez anymore, but Raquel Rodriguez, she's going back to that name also, thank God. And I believe it was Corey Graves who almost accidentally called her Raquel Gonzalez, but she's back to being Raquel Rodriguez. Number 23 is Mia Yim slash Michin. And number 24, Lacey Evans, who gets audibly booed by the crowd. Oh, like she either got booed or got like no reaction. But number 25, Michelle McCool, who was actually in the crowd, making her way into the ring. Shoot, if all I need to do is actually be in the building to be in the Royal Rumble match, I probably would have did that a long time ago. I do eventually want to go to a WWE pay-per-view event. That'd be pretty cool. Number 26, Indy Hartwell. Too bad Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae couldn't have an interaction in the match. I think that kind of sucked, but not a huge loss. But number 27, and Sonya Deville. Number 28, Shotzi. Who surprisingly didn't ride her tank all the way down to the ring. She like parked it kind of like towards like the beginning of the ramp and then ran down. Which, by the way, now that I mention it, I'll just finish reading off the names. Number 29, Nikki Cross. Number 30, who the music played before the countdown did, Nia Jax. Dear God, no! Oh, somebody in the production team got fired for that. I know somebody in the production team got fired because. Ooh, that's so embarrassing. Ooh, I would be so embarrassed. Just spoiled the surprise, just killed the surprise dead in the water. Ugh. But, as for the ramp, that was a really, really long ramp. And I believe the other event they had, the other Royal Rumble, which from 2020 in San Antonio, also had the long ramp. But yeah, that long ramp, I imagine that is not comfortable to run down. And it's not as bad as like the WrestleMania 33 ramp, which the ramp was like, I remember the ramp at Mania 33 was like super duper long. But yeah, this is a really, really long ramp. And it came out and then it did like a curve and then went to the ring. But but yeah, that long, long ramp. But this one, a few more surprises is as opposed to the men's one, and the women's also had like NXT call-up appearances, which I think was pretty cool to help out. I'm surprised there weren't any from in the men's, like no Braun Breaker, no Tony D'Angelo, no Carmelo Hayes, no Cameron Grimes, no Creed brothers, no Roddy Strong. That was kind of weird, but nevertheless, here a few more surprises, including Nia Jax they messed up with. And she only lasted like a minute. Chelsea Green lasted 5 seconds, but otherwise pretty decent Rumble match. And congrats to Rhea Ripley, aka Mommy, on winning the Royal Rumble match. And oh wow, she only lasted about a second longer than Liv Morgan did, which it's kind of weird when you think about it because they entered 1 and 2. But yeah. So the women's was also okay as well. Again, better than last year. Although last year the women's was better than the men's last year, but not by much. But this one, I think I'd say they were probably about equal in terms of like quality and everything. There was some drawbacks as well, but otherwise, yeah. So pretty decent Rumbles this year. They're not like best Rumbles ever. Michael Cole tried to say it was the best Rumble ever, and I know he's trying to say that because he's the commentator for WWE, so you gotta like put it over, you gotta hype it up and everything. So it does leave room for honesty, but nevertheless, not the best Rumbles ever, but still pretty decent. They were okay. And then the main event, Kevin Owens versus Roman Reigns with the titles on the line. The second time that Roman Reigns has defended the World Championship against Kevin Owens at a Royal Rumble event. The first time was only 2 years ago in 2021. But the major story with this, Sami Uso no more. The honorary Uso has turned on the bloodline. Not wanting to attack Owens, and then Sami instead hits Roman with the chair, or then got the crap beat out of him, by everyone except for Paul Heyman, obviously, because Paul. It would have been funny if Paul at least got like some stomps in, but Jay walked out. He didn't want to attack Sami. Jimmy, he surprisingly attacked Sami right away. But cinema for sure. Now, I'll admit I was talking on the phone with one of my friends, so I had the sound off, but I could still feel the tension in seeing that with how much Sami was hesitating, and then him attacking Roman. And then when I watched it again with audio, I watched part of it with audio, and seeing the pop from the crowd, they knew what was coming. But all the whole honorary Uso thing and everything, all building up to this, It's fantastic. It definitely was cinema. Like just excellent storytelling. The whole bloodline thing, and then with Sami Zayn being in the fold and the whole honorary Uso thing. Sami Zayn definitely. They all the people involved definitely put on a good storyline. The reason I say it was interesting is because Jimmy was the first of the Usos to take a liking to Sami, but I guess the second Sami attacked Roman, he said, "Well, oh, we're done with that." But Jay walking off after like now taking Sami under his wing, I think was also really good. Although at first, after Sami delivered the chair shot to Roman, Jay said, "Bro, what are you doing? Hey, what are you doing?" So, yeah, there's that. And people point out the parallels. The second time Roman has been stabbed in the back with a chair. Roman should really watch his back around chairs from now on. But yeah, so this is where the storyline has led, and it possibly is going to lead to Sami versus Roman for the titles. Um, the thing is, like I said, Ed, this show Sami Zayn really didn't need to be in the Rumble match in order to get the title shot, because these things happen organically. Because this is what pretty much this moment, Sami finally turning on the bloodline and helping out his longtime friend Kevin Owens. This is everything that this whole story with the honorary Uso and everything. That's what this has all been building up towards, and now it's finally paid off in terms of the storyline. And it was done really, really well. You felt the tension, and with Sami Zayn finally breaking free, and then him getting the crap beat out of him for it. They tore off the shirt and everything, and Owens handcuffed as they beat the crap out of him. Sami trying to stop them, like all of it was fantastic. It was phenomenal storytelling. The match itself, from the stuff I saw, even with the sound off, was pretty good. Of course, Owens and Reigns put on really, really solid matches against each other. But definitely the story more with Sami is where the story really, really shines. But nevertheless, and actually, it's a bit of a change of pace because you think it's going to be Roman and the Bloodline that eventually turn on Sami and beat the crap out of him and kick him out like for good, and we almost got that on Raw. But it was actually Sami who attacked Roman with the chair, which brought this all about. Also, nice change of pace as well for the story. But that is the event and reviewed. The event this year was okay. I'd say it was definitely a lot better than last year. I feel like definitely a huge step up from last year. Some stuff you didn't really like as much, but but it was still really, really good. I feel like the Rumbles were and the main event were kind of the higher points of the event, as they normally should be, and then the lower points were kind of like the more like the mid to lower card stuff, such as the Pitch Black match and the Raw Women's Championship match. But otherwise, pretty solid event on the whole. But thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did enjoy, please do me a favor: like, comment, subscribe, share it with your friends, turn on post notifications so you know every time I upload a video, so you can see as soon as it drops. Let me know in the comments below: do you dislike the Royal Rumble 2023 event? Did you dislike my review of it? Let me know in the comments. But thank you all so much for watching, and I will see you guys later. Peace.